Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Ranking the Beast Quest book series. As you can tell, I'm doing a pretty big recording session. This is the fourth video I believe I recorded in order. Like, this isn't going to get uploaded in order of this recording session being uploaded. This will be the third one, but this is the fourth one because I did the Series 21 review second, and I should have done that last because I'm uploading that last. So after this entire series, you've got something to look forward to. But this is part two of the ranking the beasts from series 1 to 20. This is a slightly better batch, but still around. None of them are really great in my opinion. They're just up to the last four in this episode. They're mediocre, but everything before that, to me, they're bad. Not god awful, but just bad. And coming in first, well, after this anyway, the next and probably the worst out of all of them is Solara, the Stinging Spectre. A unique design. I loved its design. It disappointed me though, because you only see it once. No, sorry, you see it in 2 chapters in the entire 8-chapter book. Because most of it is Tom, Alina, whatever the hell the other 2 people were, going around an island trying to find something. Tom fighting a bunch of fish people, trying to save Alina from being poisoned from this thing. But no fight against it. The actual fight against it was 1 chapter long. It's a disappointment. I was looking forward to this piece when I first saw it, but then I got this. I was honestly disappointed. Oh my god, it actually really annoyed me. So yeah, Drogan and Solara are back to back because they're both just as bad as one another. Well, because Drogan I forgot about. So next is Okko, and this one, like Thoron, I don't like for design. It's unique for design. I gave it a high score, but it doesn't check because I do the Beast Review to try and give the score for, not in my opinion, but what I think other people would give. So I kind of compromised by giving it the highest score. And its abilities are good, I'll give it that. But its fight, I didn't like. The story, I didn't like. And honestly, everything else about it, I didn't like. So that's all I can say. It stands by its name, being called the Sand Monster. So that's it. Ah, yes. Next is Tikron, the Jungle Master. Watch the last episode to know why I put this one here. It's the best out of all the monkey beasts, I'll say that. But all the monkey beasts are a disappointment to me, because they're all bad in my opinion. I hope the one in Series 22 does better. But other than that, no good monkey beasts yet. Up next is Styro, the Snapping Brute. I'm sure you're seeing a theme here, because I believe that was 3. This is the 7th new generation beast that I'm ranking here. I got another one after this. This is the 7th new generation beast I'm ranking here. Meaning these 7 are just as bad as all of them, and they are, because this one design wise I liked, but the fight was bad, the abilities are bad, and the story wasn't a great starter book compared to other starter books we had. Up next is Scalix, the Snapping Horror, and I said this in the most recent review I uploaded on this channel. I didn't like it. I found it disappointing, for the simple reason of its tail being an inconsistent weapon. If you have a new weapon that is unique, you need it to be good, but this one isn't good. It's just bad. Its design is a bit basic well, not really basic, but too much like a crocodile along with whatever the name of the dinosaur is. So I guess it's kind of a combination of that, but apart from that, that's it. I'm sorry if I'm not really giving good opinions here, but I'm trying to get as many of these videos out as I can, because If you notice, I'm being a lot louder than usual because my parents aren't home, so I don't need to worry about disturbing them. Next is Minos the Demon Bull. Now this one is here for the simple reason it is a waste of space like Ursa's. Its design is slightly better and its fight was basically a rodeo. Its abilities aren't good at all though. It's essentially, Minos's abilities are essentially Tagus's, just stronger. And Tagus killed Minos. So, okay, that makes no sense. But still, it wasn't a good beast in my opinion. It's a good 50th beast, just not one that I like. Next is Elko, the Lord of the Sea. Lord Cthulhu. Another reason why Series 11 is a bad series. Yeah, its design is unique, but its fight and abilities are bad. Along with the entire story for Series 11, they're bad. But I think for the time being, for the rest of this episode, no more Series 11 beasts, thank God. Next is, now this is going to be a surprise to some of you. I gave this one a boost for the simple reason of its story. But I pulled it down for its beast view. And I really don't want to put it here because it does have a lot of beasts in it. But at the end of the day, Vedra and Crimin, they're not good beasts. They're essentially Furno, just a different colour. And that's why it's there, because it's a copy and paste of a really iconic beast. And yeah, that's why it's there. And just to add on, the abilities, some unique because they communicate with each other by the glow in their stomachs, but that's it. The story was good, I'll give it that. The beast, terrible. And also, it showed Arthur with 2 eyes. What's wrong with that? He's a Cyclops. Moving on. Torno the Hurricane Dragon. Most forgettable dragon out of all of the dragon beasts, apart from Vedra and Crimin. Yes, the most forgettable dragon beast out of all of them. Because it's essentially just a dragon that can control wind. So it's a dragon with Hawkeye's ability. You just copied 2 really good beasts. Inferno and Hawkeye. Back off. Next is Bloodborne the Buried Doom. Now I'll go to the heavens above by saying this is a terrible finale to a series. And it is. Like, if I'm correct, of all the other beasts I've ranked... oh my god. This is the first finale beast I ranked here. And to have it in only the second part, it's an anticlimactic ending. Which is, well, like I said, anticlimactic. So really bad. And I know it's not entirely Bloodborne's fault. The fight was good. Its ability is boring. And the entire story for all of Series 8 and then having it finalised here is what pulled it down a lot. It's not Bloodborne's fault. The beast is okay. The book isn't. Next is a beast that actually disappointed me. I had so much expectations for these beasts. I like these kinds of beasts. But at the end of the day, it's a copy of Hawkeye and a bunch of other beasts. Zulok, the Winged Spirit. Its only unique ability is boring, where it can just blind people. Or its opponents. But that's it. Death-defying Screech. Okay, yeah. Lipida does it better though. So, but that's it. And when looking back at this, it's going to be forgettable to me. Because there are so many other birds-related beasts which are much better. Moving on, we have towards a mediocre beast. Shamani the Raging Flame. And the reason why Shamani is here, because it's actually the most forgettable out of the new generation beasts, in my opinion. And there's Koldo that I previously talked about. But the reason why Shamani's here is because it's probably the weakest out of all the Knights of Forton. Its design is a bit basic compared to all of them, and the fight was boring in my opinion. So that's why it's there. Next is... oh god, why did I put you above Shamani? Muro the Rat Monster. And this one is here for the simple reason... it's all bad. Oh man, I really hate to diss Series 6, because I love Series 6. But the reason but it's just bad. The only redeeming quality is that it can guide where it's going by its whiskers and ears and nose, because it is blind at the end of the day. But it just guides itself with that, and that's actually really unique and good. Next is Blaze the Ice Dragon. Honestly, an insult to the dragons of all kinds. It's the only Chinese dragon-related dragon-like beast. Try saying that 5 times fast. But, and unfortunately, it's a bad beast. I get it's supposed to be a counter to Inferno, but if fire ever gets weak to ice, I would be ashamed. But at the moment, as far as I'm aware, it's not. And Blaze is just really boring in my opinion. I didn't like its fight. It was just mediocre for its design and abilities. Next, and the final book I'm going to be talking about this series, of this episode anyway, is Taro the Arctic Menace. Design is mediocre. Its abilities, mediocre. Its fight, mediocre. It was just a mediocre beast. There's nothing really positive to say about it. It's just mediocre. It's not great, but it's not bad at all. It's the worst of its series, which is a big drag down, because the rest of its series is phenomenal. Great. But then there's Taro. Sorry, mate. You're honestly not my type of beast. I like dog-like beasts because, well, carnivora. But then there's Taro. But if you're going to be based off one of my favourite kinds of beasts being dogs, it needs to be a good beast. Like, you're going to hate me, Brutus, or Coron, or Carnivora. They're all great beasts. Dog-related, anyway. Well, technically for Carnivora, hyena, but I'm going to count it because I like Carnivora. I like dogs more than cats. Okay, so with that being said, I just put it over there because I will be putting it away after this recording. That is the second batch of beasts being done. And that is all for this time. If you like what you saw or heard, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe. Join me in the next video where I do part 3. And I'll see you next time.